What's going on, guys? As you see, I got a ton of boxes here, or whatever. Finally these shipping companies came through and did what they, were supposed to do. So, I want to shout out UPS, DHL, United States Postal System, FedEx. Me and FedEx have problems. If any of you guys work for FedEx, please unfollow right now. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, FedEx service sucks. It took me 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, just to get this one box that they have had literally at the location by my house for a week and a half now. And 4 days out of that week and a half, they said that it was on the vehicle for delivery, but they never delivered it. I'm not really sure why. No one was doing a job. But anyway, ton of parts. This is all the good stuff. This is a vast majority of all the good stuff. And let's get it all out the box and show you guys, what it takes to put a 2JZ, E46 M3 2JZ together on the right side, the right way. Alright guys, so finally, you saw I got all this stuff out of the box. It's a ton of stuff, a ton of pretty parts. You might notice some stuff are missing, but we're going to go over that. So let's just go over, what are some of the main components that you're going to need if you decide that you want to do this build in the future. Now, I'm very peculiar when it comes to, quality pieces and not skimming out with, extra cheap pieces. Yeah, I know we all want to save some money when we're, anytime we have a project and we're doing our bills, but there's just certain parts in certain areas that you do not want to skip on because it's just going to cost you more in the long run. So let's go from the left side of the table and work our way over to the right on, this is probably, I would say, maybe 80% of the main components that are necessary for this build. So the first thing is, I'm going to leave this over here with maintenance parts. The first thing is you're going to need a rear sump oil pan. Like the 2JZ GTE motors, they come with front sump oil pans. The problem is on the E46 M3, the way that the subframe is, if you try to use the original sump pan that comes with oil sump pan that comes with the 2JZ motor, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because it's just the pan is just going to bang into the subframe. So you're going to have to pick up one of the Toyota rear sump GTE 2JZ GTE oil pans. The entire assembly from Toyota, or hopefully you get lucky finding somebody. I personally did get lucky. This does look brand new, but it's not brand new. It's actually, I bought it from eBay. I got it from eBay. A seller had it, and it's in mint condition with all the components on here, including the dipstick. and all the hardware. That is one of the main things you're gonna need. There's no way around it, no ifs, ands, or buts. You can pick one of those up for, right now I see them all going everywhere for $650 to $900. I mean, if you do source all the parts brand new from Toyota, it's gonna cost you, I think, roughly around $1,000 or so. That's mandatory. Second is, you notice this beautiful, beautiful top mount, well-constructed exhaust manifold, turbo manifold. And I mean, this thing is, it's nice. It's really nice. And you don't have to worry about this cracking. It's not cast iron or anything like that. It's all stainless steel. The welds are beautiful on it. It does come with this, it comes with a downpipe. The downpipe is just gonna have to be fabricated just a little bit. It has V-bands, which is beautiful because, if you know anything about building or you've done a project, V-band clamps along your exhaust system is key. Like, it makes everything so much easier. And it comes with a dump pipe, which is a V-band as well. So, when you do, not right there, but when you do hook this up to the wastegate, you have a V-band, which is perfect. Now, this was picked up, a lot of these parts were purchased from Drift HQ. Now, I want to shout out Drift HQ. Those are my guys, those are my boys down there. They did give me a little bit of merch inside the package. A lot of this stuff, they either stock it, or it was just a one-stop shop for a majority of this stuff. Because if they didn't stock it, they would get it for me. But this is actually from, what's the name of this company that sells this? Drift HQ. They can get it directly from the company to you. The next thing on the list is this little adapter. So this is an adapter, intake adapter to adapt a drive-by-wire throttle body from the Scion FA20 throttle body and integrate it with the 2JZ GTE intake. Now, the reason why I went with this is because I do not like drive-by cable systems. I have had drive-by cable systems in the past and I've had bad experiences with it. So I solemnly do not believe in drive-by wire, although I know plenty of people that have had, excellent luck with drive-by-wire. So, hey, listen, if you want to do drive-by-wire, you don't need this adapter plate, but this adapter plate is great. It's only like about $38. And, yeah, you get to incorporate the Scion FA20 throttle body, and which works very well. There has been a few people that have been using this. So, you can pick one of these up. And this comes from Excessive Motorsports. It's like I said, like $38. Now these are the mounts. So obviously this is the cream of the crop right here, because without mounts, you're not getting anything in anything. But these are from VA Chassis. Drift HQ did source these for me, but these are from VA Chassis, and they are so, like, the quality on these things are amazing. I really love how robust and just well built they are. You know what I mean? I think these mounts were $350 for the engine mounts, which does come with this, and these are the inserts. These are the inserts to go inside the adapter piece, which goes in there. Obviously, we'll be going over this, later on when I do get to putting the engine actually into the car. But obviously, mounts necessary. You need those. Those are $350. I'm sorry, I didn't give you the price on the headers with the downpipe and the dump tube. These were, I want to say about $900. About $900. Now, as far as the fuel system go, I'm not really tackling the fuel system 100% yet, but the fuel system on my race car, my E46 LS race car, is extremely overkill and it's excessive, and I changed it 3 times before what I will reveal to you guys when that time comes, which you'll see. But it's so over the top that I actually had 2 AEM E85 compatible high flow in-tank pumps. So I will be able to use those. They're actually already installed. They're already installed and ready to be dropped in to the fuel tank, which is perfect. So, you know, this is great. You know, I would say I saved some money, but I actually paid for these. I just paid for them a while ago. But this is going to be a part of the fuel system. Since I had them, I figure I'll show you guys now. But there's going to be more to come to the fuel system, because I'm going to more than likely be changing everything to AN fittings, because it's just, you know, better quality. And like I said, you don't want to skip and go cheaper on certain areas of your build. This is a Bosch intake. I also had this left over from my race car build, so it's brand new. I'll be incorporating it with this build. Save a little bit there. So this right here, and I will talk about these more in depth, is a triple square spline bit socket set. Now, you actually, I mean, you know, I do have a lot of tools, but most of my tools are geared towards German, you know, vehicles. So when it comes to German vehicles, mainly BMWs, I have everything for those. But this is specifically because now I do have a Toyota engine that is going into the BMW, and you are going to need these specifically. You cannot use torque bits. You're going to need these specifically. I'll say that again, and I will say it again when I do use these, in order to get some components off of the engine. When I do use them, I will show you guys, you know, what components you're going to need these for. But I picked this up on eBay. It was really cheap. It was like 20 bucks for the set. Yeah, you know, I love to add things, new things to my tool set anyway, so I don't really mind having these. It's cool. So now let's move on to maintenance. A lot of people I've noticed, you know, people have gotten 2JZ engines and they've just taken the engine, they dropped the engine inside of their cars, and, you know, down the line, they've had issues. I've also noticed on YouTube as well, you know, a couple people that have done this build, they skipped on just regular maintenance parts. Now, I always say to people, maintenance is like taking a shower. Maintenance is like getting up in the morning, making your bed, brushing your teeth, eating your breakfast, going doing whatever you're going to do for the day, come home, taking a shower, going back to your bed. Now that's maintenance. That's maintaining your body. That's maintaining your health, you know, maintaining your hygiene. Same thing goes for your car, people. I'm blown away by seeing how much time I've seen people skim and skip on little foolish pieces, foolish parts, you know. Don't skim. So now I don't have all of the components that I'm going to change yet for maintenance, but pretty much when I'm done with that motor, it's going to be almost brand new, almost fresh. This is the valve cover seals. Now, the ones that come on the JZ are really good, but I am going to be removing the valve covers. So if I'm going to be removing the valve covers from an engine that's almost 20 years old, why not replace them, right? So I'm going to be replacing the valve cover seals. Water pump. They are good on the 2JZ, but if I'm going to be taking it off, because I am going to be painting the block and refreshing the entire block and head, a water pump is so simple. Don't skim on it. I think this thing cost $100 bucks. What's $100 bucks when you have thousands of dollars already invested? Water pump, brand new. Now these are all OEM parts. You do not need to get aftermarket maintenance parts for the 2JZ engine. Toyota, as many of you may know, they're just so reliable. It's so hard to kill a Toyota. So there's no need to go buy aftermarket, overpriced, or some really cheap parts for maintenance. OEM maintenance parts. Timing belt. Need I say any more? It's a timing belt. It's like your toothbrush. You change it, you know, ever so often. So this is a Gates timing belt, OEM, once again. Rear main seal. Come on, guys. Rear main seal. Most of you who are watching this have some sort of BMW, and as you know, on the S54 rear main seals, they tend to go bad. So same applies for any other engine. Rear main seal, I'm already there. I'm going to be doing the clutch flywheel and all that stuff anyway. It takes 2 seconds. Switch out the rear main seal. So front main seal, and the seals for the water pump. Those are more seals. I will be getting a couple other maintenance parts. I think I will be possibly doing OEM oil pump as well. But you know, I'm gonna finish breaking down the engine and then I'll see what's going on there. Now, this right here is a part that Drift HQ's made up. They have crafted this piece, which is a beautiful CNC piece. And what this is I'm gonna call it an aluminum guibo. Now you guys know what the guibo is. Guibo goes between the drive shaft and it goes between the transmission. It's the rubber piece that, you know, gives some flex. But this is going to be, you know, more high-end performance car. So I do not have need for the guibo. Furthermore, this is going to make it a lot easier for when I do get my drive shaft built, which is more than likely going to come from drive shaft shop. But I will be talking about this more in the future. This was like, I think it was like $100 from those guys, and definitely something that you want to invest in if you're going to do this build. It's $100. ARP head studs. Any of you that have done builds before know that ARP is #1 when it comes to holding your engine head and your engine blocks together. So these ARP head studs, I am going to be replacing the head studs, obviously. That's why I have ARP in my head. I am going to be taking the head off completely and getting the entire head refreshed. I think I'm going to be doing cam seals, valve stems. I'm definitely going to be doing valve stem seals because that's a part of maintenance. Don't skip on maintenance. But I'm looking into doing some Briar Crower valve springs and retainers, titanium retainers, and probably like a 264 cam. Any of you guys have some information on that? Hey, please share whatever information you got with me. Next up, this is you know, what puts the power all together. All of this is, Drift HQ does supply this, but this is all from a company called PMC. PMC, they are not located here in North America. They are located overseas, but Drift HQ are their #1 manufacturer here. And actually, I think they're their main and only distributor here in the States. So, 100% mandatory. This is just as mandatory as this oil pump, this some tank. This, oh man, so heavy, so beautiful. So this is a special flywheel. Some of you may have seen this, some of you may have not, but it's a special flywheel, CNC, and it even have 2JZ. You know, it has 2JZ written on here. And I mean, this is quality. This is quality. This is what makes the whole build come alive. It's even offset. You probably can't notice right now, but it's even offset to have the perfect balance for when you do hook this up to the motor and then incorporate transmission. So the reason why I'm using this is the flywheel. This is the mounting plate. See, from PMC. PMC for put the M20, all the BMW transmissions together. This is the OEM flywheel for the BMW transmission that I'm going to be using because this is necessary. And this is a 6-puck, 5-puck actually, performance clutch disc that I'm going to be using, also from Saks. Now, the beauty about that is instead of me having to use a 2JZ transmission, which I think it's 1JZ24, something like that. I'm not sure. I don't remember the transmission code for the JZ. I'm not 100% familiar with it. But I always wanted to use the E46 M3 6-speed manual transmission, of which I already have in my competition, E46 M3, you know, right here on my right side. So what this does is this enables me to incorporate my 2JZ engine from Toyota and made it perfectly with my BMW E46 M3 6-speed manual transmission. and really put this all together. So, oh, forgot this little guy here. Not special. This is just another OEM piece. This is sealant. This is a gasket sealant to go around the sump tank here, and it is mandatory to get this. This is Seal Packing 103, and it specifically says from Toyota, OEM from Toyota, oil pan and camshaft housing. You need this. You don't need anything else from AutoZone. You don't need anything from your local auto parts store or anything. You need to get this specifically from Toyota. I've seen people use all kind of different gasket makers and all this other mess. It's not that expensive, guys. I think I paid 15 bucks. It was off eBay, but it's $15 anywhere anyway. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter where you go, eBay, wherever. But yeah, that's actually, there is some hardware that comes with this. It's just in the box. It's just, nuts and bolts and stuff like that. But this is all that I've acquired over the past 2 weeks. About the past 2 weeks, I've just been, like I said, I was waiting on FedEx to finally, bring my exhaust manifold so I could actually complete this video. Well, actually make this video for you guys. And finally, they did what they were supposed to do and come to my house and deliver my package finally. You may notice that obviously I'm missing a turbo. I did order a turbo, and I'm going to go over that turbo whenever that decides to show up as well. I ordered the turbo. I'm going to need a wastegate. I'm going to need a blow-off valve. And I'm going to also be acquiring a couple parts from Chase Bay. But when those parts do come in, I will be going over those with you guys. Everything here, I would say, is mandatory and is a direction that you should be going in if you decide to go with this build. They are top quality. They are, they're just the right direction to start going in, with approaching this build. So I hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown of some of these parts. And, some of the pricing, I didn't give you the pricing for the clutch flywheel set. This is about, I think it was 1,600. I think it was, no, 1,400 bucks. It was 1,400 bucks for the clutch flywheel, the adapter plate, and the pressure plate. About 1,400 bucks for that, $350 for the mounts. I also do have the transmission mount that's on the way. That's also in limbo with shipping. But you know what? I understand certain circumstances with the shipping situation right now, so I'm not really hell-bent over like the turbo and a couple of other parts that are in limbo right now. But I was hell-bent over these parts. Why I was hell-bent over these parts? Because they were literally 2 exits away from my house for a week and a half, and they claimed that it was on the truck 4 times. And it came off the truck 4 times. So if you work for FedEx, I do have some choice of words, but you know what? I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice today. It's Sunday. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video and, just continue to stay tuned because obviously there's a whole lot more to come. And once again, I'm in no rush with this build. I'm very meticulous in doing things the right way. So I'm going to continue to get the right parts, and actually I'm gonna go finish tearing off the hot side right now because I still haven't gotten around to tearing off the hot side. And yeah guys, like I said, continue to stay tuned for more. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And yeah, I do have one more thing for you guys. One second. Alright, so some of you guys may have seen, I know all you haven't watched the video where I did actually do a review. I do have, a couple different companies that ask me to review stuff for them, and they just give me free stuff, which is cool, right? That's what YouTube's all about, right? Getting free shit. Or getting money. Money would be great, but whatever, they give me free stuff. But anyway, I did do a small review on this. I do have to do one more review with it for the company, and after that review, I don't have time to play with anything right now. Because I have too many other things to do, and I don't want, you know, just this to be sitting around anywhere, because it's actually a really cool nitro car. I don't know if any of you guys been into nitro, but I've been into nitro cars since I was probably 13 years old. And this one is really cool. I wish I did have more time to actually, you know, use it more. But what I'm gonna do is just gonna do a giveaway. You know what I mean? A couple of you guys have been rocking with me. You guys have been interactive and stuff. You know, hey, listen, I like to pass things forward. So instead of me holding on to it and then collecting dust, you know, it's a great car. I would prefer, it is ready to run and stuff. I would prefer to do a giveaway and, you know, give it to one of you guys. You know, everything is pretty much ready to go with it. I just got to get a new pull starter, but whatever. It costs a couple $100, so it would serve somebody some purpose. So maybe, I don't know, maybe when I reach 500 subscribers, I just pick somebody, roll a wheel, and let you guys know who gets it. But anyway, thanks a lot, guys, for, you know, continuing to stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.